Thanks for staying with us, everyone. The Minister of Women Affairs, Iman Sulaiman Ibrahim, has called on staff of the ministry to embrace unity, mutual respect and collaboration, stressing that her role as a political head is to provide policy direction and advocacy, not to carry out administrative functions. Speaking at the town hall meeting with workers in Abuja, the minister acknowledged staff concerns over welfare and operational matters, but explained that such issues fall within the purview of the permanent secretary and directors. Mrs. Sulaiman Ibrahim emphasized that while she remains committed to the welfare of staff, the effectiveness of the ministry depends on each officer's respecting defined responsibilities. She warned against internal divisions, which she noted only serve the interest of those bent on frustrating the ministry's mandate. Let's bring in Deputy National Woman Leader of the All Progressives Congress, Zainab Ibrahim, who joins me for more on this development. Ms. Ibrahim, thanks for joining us on the news at 5. Following the recent demonstrations by the staff union of the Federal Ministry of Women Affairs a few days ago, what is your impression about how the minister has managed the situation?
Thank you for having me, and good afternoon. First of all, I would like to emphasize that what happened on Wednesday in the Ministry of Women Affairs is as a result of miscommunication between the minister, the permanent secretary, and the staff of the ministry. Of course, the minister is the face of the ministry in terms of creating, formulating, and driving policies, federal government policies. And the ministry, every ministry has its permanent secretary and directors who are responsible for administration, and the permanent secretary is the accounting officer of the ministry. And so for the staff of the ministry to just ambush the minister into a town hall meeting that was not planned, that was not informed, the minister as a person is expected to have her itinerary, is expected to have her diary, is expected to have schedules of her meetings, and for her to just wake up in the morning and meet a group of workers, bullying her into a meeting is not fair on her. And the minister is the face of the president in the ministry, and I think the minister deserves some level of respect, whichever way you want to look at it. And when you disrespect the minister, you are disrespecting the president.
I hear you, Ms. Ibrahim, but I also want us to focus on
it wasn't a pleasant
if you can hear me, Ms. Ibrahim.
But by and large, it has been resolved, and they have understood each other, and we all know and have seen that the staff have apologized sincerely to the minister, and I'm sure from now on we will see a cordial working relationship between the minister and her staff.
I wanted us to also focus on the interest of the workers, because they have highlighted issues like welfare and payment, and she keeps saying that our role is in the direction of policy. You know, some have said that if you keep accusing your staff of sabotage, some say it speaks of a deeper problem of leadership and ability to weather the storm. Don't you think it should also be priority for her? Even if it's not her primary role, she should be able to influence it as Honorable Minister.
As I earlier mentioned, there is nobody that will attend a meeting without even knowing the agenda of the meeting. You cannot be ambushed into a meeting you are not aware of. Every meeting you attend, you are expected to know, to have a pre-knowledge of what you are expected to even say at the meeting. Every meeting should have an agenda. And when they informed her about the meeting, she already had engagements with top officials of some embassies. In that ministry on Wednesday, the ambassador of UAE was at the ministry to have a meeting with her. I was also at the ministry because she was supposed to inaugurate a committee for the reserve seats bill in her ministry. And so you cannot expect her to attend just any meeting that comes up. And I know that she asked them to postpone the meeting so that she will have time to take care of her engagement. And because the issue has been resolved, I don't want to sound very bitter. I don't want to sound very serious, but I don't rule out the issue of sabotage, because this is a minister that has a track record, who has been in other government offices. She was in NAPTIP and did so well in NAPTIP that she was transferred to Refugees Commission, and she left an indelible mark in Refugees Commission. She was at the Police Affairs Ministry, and Mr. President saw her capacity in the other offices she handled and brought her to the Ministry of Women Affairs to be the face of the Nigerian woman. And any act of sabotage will be resisted, vehemently resisted by Nigerian women, because Imani is one of the ministers who is performing credibly well as a minister of Mr. President.
I hear you clearly. I'm hoping you can hear me too.
Trying to meet targets, trying to deliver Mr. President's mandate. And any act of sabotage or distraction will not be accepted, especially by Nigerian women.
I hear you clearly, but I also hope that you know that her member of staff also culminate a job description, so it matters the appraisal of a performance. If a minister is saying she's been pressured to act as permanent secretary, HR and finance director, you don't think this shows some form of breakdown in our civil service structure as it's currently constituted?
No, I mentioned earlier that it's a breakdown in communication, yes, because the issue has already been resolved, and all the staff came out and apologized, because in everything we do, you will not dismiss the issue of one or two people trying to sabotage the effort of the Honorable Minister. And by and large, it wasn't the entire staff that did that act of indiscipline that day. We had some staff who were behind the minister, who were very, very cooperative, who even went to the extent of coming in between the minister and the rest of the staff. And the staff also confessed,
all right,
in the Friday town hall meeting, that the minister has been very compassionate, has been a mother to them,
all right,
but because of one or two skirmishes, one of two reasons being administered by some few of them, that thing really happened. But the minister has been doing so well. You have the permanent secretary, who is supposed to be in charge of the administrative part of the ministry, who is also the accounting officer of the ministry. You have other directors whose jobs are cleared, whose jobs are to take care of the ministry and the staff. The minister does not have any responsibility of being forced into a town hall meeting whenever they feel like. And, but as I earlier mentioned, the issue has already been resolved, and the staff sincerely apologized to the minister.
Well, we are hoping that with all these internal battles, that it's really been resolved and that it doesn't impact on the privileges of the Nigerian women, whether or not the ministry is still focused on policies that touch their lives, you know, like protection against gender-based violence, economic empowerment, and social welfare. I guess time will tell as we begin to also evaluate the performance of appointed ministers under this administration. Deputy National Women Leader, APC, Zainab Ibrahim, that's our time.
I want to tell you that Honorable Iman Suleiman is one of the ministers who
absolutely, you mentioned that earlier.
I want to tell you that.
But that's our time, Mr. Ibrahim. We have to go.
Nigerian women are even trying to see if Iman Suleiman will be one of the women we are going to present to contest for governorship.
We see how that plays out and what every other stakeholder also has to say to that. Thank you for your time. Now,